Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into the very emotional Van Jones. Let's get into it.
We demand a government that tells us the truth again in this country. That's what we require. We can handle the truth. That's what it means to be a citizen of this country. So I say that on that last debate stage to a bunch of Republicans that are shaking in their boots. These are the things you're not supposed to say in the Republican Party even today. And then you get the mainstream media. You got this character Van Jones on CNN afterwards saying, this is the rise of an American demagogue who's going to live 50 years longer than Trump. This is dangerous. I am shaking. That's what he says. Just shut the fuck up. At a certain point, just shut the fuck up. Van Jones at CNN.
Now, excuse the language there to start off the video, but let's start it off with some good humor, right? Full disclaimer, I got no issue with Van Jones. I think he's an all right guy. I think he's, truthfully speaking, he means no harm in anybody. I know he used to be with Trump at one point many years ago. Now he was completely against him. Even after the assassination attempt with Donald Trump, Van Jones showed a good amount of sympathy in another video. I'm not going to bother playing that because it's not really humorous. These other videos I have lined up are just for pure humor. So I have these lined up. They actually kind of do go by date in a sense. I didn't think they were going to fall that way at first, but they kind of just get a little bit more emotional as it goes. Make sure you stick around to the end because the end is the best one by far. We're talking full-fledged breakdown. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Here we go.
Desires or disappointments. Van Jones, I gotta call you out. I saw you crying.
Well, I mean, first of all, if you weren't moved by that, go see the doctor. I mean, every American has to appreciate what it means for a woman like her to have grown up in Chicago, dark skinned, not the classically, beautiful woman according to the standard of that time, to be able to come out here. She gave a clinic on how to connect to the American people, how to talk. There were politicians, professional politicians who came up here tonight who did not connect with the crowd. And the very first time that Hillary Clinton's name was mentioned with not one boo. The very first time Tim Kaine's name was mentioned with not one boo.
I know, that one wasn't crying, but he did mention, Van Jones, I seen you crying. I figured I'd throw that one in. That was from a Michelle Obama speech 8 years ago. I would love to have seen the tears. I'm sure they were pretty funny, but that's just getting us warmed up. From here on, it gets a lot better, guys. Let's jump right into the next one.
There is no two ways about it. That was not a good debate for Joe Biden.
Ben? That was painful. I love Joe Biden. I work for Joe Biden. He didn't do well at all. He did not do well at all. And he looked, I'll give you the analysis, kind of have the old man versus the con man. I can walk you through how I'm supposed to see it and say it, but I just want to speak from my heart. I love that guy. That's a good man. He loves his country. He's doing the best that he can. But he had a test to meet tonight to restore confidence of the country and of the base, and he failed to do that. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. We're still far from our convention, and there is time for this party to figure out a different way forward if he will allow us to do that. But that was not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain for what we saw tonight.
This man truly has a very soft spot for Joe Biden. You can see the emotion in his eyes. Like, he didn't break down there, but he had a little bit of a shake in his voice at the beginning of that clip. And, truth is, if he's a really big fan of Joe Biden, that probably was a very painful night for him, as that was the night of the debate. And we all seen what happened with Biden back then. As a little reminder, here's a Trump clip.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump? Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because
when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Yeah, it doesn't get much worse than that. All right, moving on to the next one. We are moving on to the tears now. Now we're getting there. This is after Biden dropped out.
He asked the question, does character still matter? Well, it does tonight. It does tonight. The kid with the stutter did good. He did good. That's a good man. He fell on his sword. He fell on his sword. Most heroes, they fight till the bitter end. He fell on his sword. He's an old guy, but the heart's still there. You know, the words aren't as clear, but the love is as clear. The heart is still there. And I think people need to look at this, because you had somebody sitting in that chair and he wouldn't give up power no matter what. Wouldn't give up power, let there be an insurrection, wouldn't get out of that chair. Even when the people voted for you to get out of the chair, he wouldn't get out of the chair. And you've got somebody who's sitting in that same chair, showing that character does matter, showing that you can have grace, you can put the people first, you can pass the baton, and you're a bigger person for it. You're going to be more loved for it. So you've got two examples now of what men with power do and how they act at the end. And you couldn't act any better than Joe Biden. That kid with the stutter grew up. He did a great job for this country, and he's doing a great job tonight. And I love that man.
The kid with the stutter did good, guys. The kid with the stutter did good. The kid. The 82-year-old kid, or 81. I'm not sure how old he is right now. Oh, my Lord. He's got character. This man really loves Joe Biden. He really does.
Yeah, there's a lot of political stuff. The Democratic Party is a family. At the end of the day, this is a family matter. You know, Joe Biden's body may not be as strong as it used to be. His language skills may not be as sharp as they used to be. His heart is as big as ever. His heart is as big and as true and as strong. And this is the difference between a politician and a leader. He made a selfless decision, and people are heartbroken. Even people who are pushing for this to happen. It's kind of like when your grandpa, you got to take the keys, and everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys, you got to, and he's fighting and he's fighting, and everybody's so frustrated, and then you finally get the keys back, and then you just cry. Because this is somebody that you love. This is somebody that you care about. This is somebody who was there for you. This is somebody you wouldn't be here without him. And you have to take something from him. Now, this is not, look, politics is politics. But this is a human moment for one of the great humans in America. This is a huge moment for him, for his family, for all of us who love him, for all of us who wanted him to get across the finish line. But if you're a young person watching this is leadership. This is patriotism. This is what it means to put the country first, and put the party first, and put the cause first. When your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish pitching the game. That's what Joe Biden has done, and he's done that for all of us. And so I just want to say, I don't know who's going to be the VP, the non-VP. I don't know anything about politics. I just know that I love this man. I care about this man. It was painful every day to sit up here and talk about him like he's just some problem for the party. Wait till we get to the convention. You're going to see people crying, standing, screaming, cheering. He may not get a chance to talk for 10 minutes. We finally get a chance to put our arm around this guy. He did the right thing for this country, did the right thing for this party. All of us are going to be in this situation someday, and I hope that we take a moment to honor this man and to love this man. I love Joe Biden. I appreciate what he's done, and a lot of people are heartbroken today. Even if it's the right thing, it's still just horrible.
Oh, this man is just so emotional. Unbelievable. Half the things that he was just saying there about Joe Biden, he's literally falling apart because Joe Biden dropped out. Unbelievable. Like when you got to take away your grandpa's keys, somebody else come on in and finish the game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, we're coming up to the last clip. I saved the best for last. If you're all still here, you must be enjoying this of some sort. Please subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Hit that like. Grab your tissues. Here we go.
Van, what are your thoughts?
It's well, it's easier to be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people. If you're Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry if the president doesn't want you here. If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president's going to be happier to have babies snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. This is vindication for a lot of people who have really suffered. You know, the I can't breathe. You know, that wasn't just George Floyd. That was a lot of people that felt that they couldn't breathe. Every day you're waking up and you're getting these tweets and you just don't know, and you're going to the store and people who have been afraid to show their racism are getting nastier and nastier to you, and you're worried about your kids and you're worried about your sister. And can she just go to Walmart and get back into her car without somebody saying something to her? And you spent so much of your life energy just trying to hold it together. And this is a big deal for us just to be able to get some peace and have a chance for a reset. And the character of the country matters. And being a good man matters. You know, I just want my sons to look at this. Look at this. You know, it's easy to do it the cheap way and get away with stuff, but it comes back around. It comes back around, and it's a good day for this country. I'm sorry for the people who lost. For them, it's not a good day, but for a whole lot of people, it's a good day.
Just shut the fuck up. At a certain point, just shut the fuck up.